I'm Coach Jay, former UFC fighter. I have 20 MMA fights. I'm also a third-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I want to explain to you guys the difference between basic MMA training and advanced MMA training. Number one, simplicity versus complexity. So if I were to teach a beginner level class in MMA, I'm only going to be doing singles. So for example, I'm going to throw a single strike, so one jab. After that single strike, I'm going to do one entry for the takedown here. After you get the double leg takedown and finish, we're then going to advance to the mount and finish with strikes here. So basic, simple MMA takedown. If you were to do that same combination with a little bit of tweaks to make it more advanced, instead of doing a single strike, you're going to do multiple strikes. So you want to throw more attacks at your opponent. That's going to make it more complicated. They have more to compute. There's more going on. So instead of just throwing a single jab, I'd be throwing multiple strikes and also different angles. So I would go straight, straight, hook. And as I'm throwing the hook, I'm actually going to use that to disguise my footwork. So if we change the angles, notice that when I'm throwing the hook, turn a little this way so you can see my feet, jab, cross, hook, I'm stepping. I'm closing the distance on that hook. That allows me to set up the double leg, and I'm out of the center line, and I can now drive my feet cross here to finish. So going from the simple, you're not just throwing one strike and entering. I'm going to be throwing multiple strikes, giving him more to think about, and that's going to help me disguise that footwork here. Off the hook, I stepped in, and now right here, I'm closing the distance, connect, connect, and drive. Here, let's do one full speed. So we're going here, off the and feints, making sure you're also disguising it. So I could be touching him, touching the belly, touching the head, and then eventually, boom, 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 I'm entering, finishing with that double leg, jab, cross, hook, takedown. Number two, let's talk about the levels of resistance, the counters. So doing a simple takedown, one jab, one takedown, when you do that on more advanced people, they're going to see it coming. So as we start to disguise our strikes here, he can also look to counter. So as I'm going to hit the double leg, you can see he's already got that underhook. Ideally, I want my arm here to finish the double leg, but he's countering it. So when I'm doing my combination jab, cross, hook, I go to change, but he counters it with an underhook. As he's elevating up, I'm going to go with that energy. I'm going to hit the head, and then I'm going to cut back here. Again, I don't want him to keep countering me. Like from this point, he could still advance his position, get both legs back in front, and now we have to deal with his guard. So as he's hitting the ground and starting to shrimp, I'm going to go step, knee on belly. This is actually reverse knee on belly, and I'm going to counter his shrimp for him to attempt to get his guard back, and I'm going to do a back step here. We can finish with strikes from here. As he's covering up, he presents the arm. I take the arm and finish with an arm bar. So going from the top, let's show a different angle. Again, he's going to counter. He counters my original double leg attempt here. I'm going to double leg. He's got his underhook. So now I'm going to lift the leg up and cut back here. He starts to shrimp into me. I drive the knee on belly. I cut the angle. I could strike to get his arms up. And then I take the arm. Finish with an arm bar. Number three, static versus dynamic movement. When you're first learning the skill of MMA, you're going to be doing singles. We're going to be pretty much standing in that same spot because the student is focused on doing singles, like one jab, one entry for the double leg. Here, one advancement in the position to mount, and now finishing with strikes. So just simplifying it, right? But when you're doing more of an advanced combination or you want to add to complexity, you're going to mix it up. So if we were just drilling this combination, but we were drilling it from people that have both had more experience, we could be moving around. I'm throwing shots at him, I'm changing levels, he's throwing shots at me, I'm parrying, having to work my defense, boom. We're looking at different things here, right? And when I'm ready to enter, then I go boom, 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 I enter, and I hit the double leg off of multiple strikes. So it's a little bit more dynamic. There's more going on. In order for that to happen, that advanced MMA training, both people need to have experience in the striking realm, in the takedown realm, and in the ground game. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you want to know more about MMA training, whether it's the striking, the takedowns, or the ground game, I'm offering a free course. Just check it out in the description below.